All right, how we doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day. Today is Saturday, October 15th. This is a big month for a lot of uh, people that went to school, whether you're alumni or students. They have a lot of alumni gatherings, and they got college homecomings and all that. I went to a couple of them myself. Actually, I have my Norfolk State T-shirt on. Before I graduated UNLV and Liberty back in the day, I did go to Norfolk State. I mean, I grew up out in this area, Hampton, Virginia, and I'm going to go to the football game. They're supposed to have a tailgate today. Here in a little while, that I'm going to Hampton University. They'll have theirs next week, but I can't be there for that. But I think I've done enough. So, also, I went to Tennessee State. I did a couple of their events, but I didn't go like that. But I just had a lot of family went there, including my mom and dad. And I was just, mainly out there in Nashville for some family support. So hope y'all be safe for y'all travels, okay, and all that, and y'all behave yourselves out there. Now, I want to get into Cuba Gooding Jr. here and talk about this article. And a lady asked me, had made this request to do this a while back ago. I don't know. And I told her when the time is right, if you listen to this video, I will make that video for you, okay? Because I caught my snap late on these allegations. So Cuba Gooding Jr. Had, I was really heartbroken. This guy had dozens of allegations on him about things like groping and sexual misconduct. All right. I mean, for a guy that I admired, I mean, I was really shocked to hear this, but really behind closed doors, you also have to look at these stars. They're not who you think they are. Many of them, they sold out, and let's just face it. All right, they are not your friend. Nevertheless, all right, that Cuba Gooding Jr. I guess he pleaded in house to a lesser charge because this guy was facing jail time. All right, and I believe it was something bigger than that. He must have pissed somebody important off. All right, maybe he owed the IRS taxes or what. Okay, but Cuba Gooding was able to hold out. He didn't show up to court. Okay, to this allegation to this certain woman, which they did not identify her name, but she did. Well, Cuba Gooding agreed to alcohol and behavior counseling, and again, I don't know if he was able to pay a fine. More than likely, that there was a confidential agreement made in house, and he was released. Okay, with no criminal record, and I'm really happy for the brother about the way that it was handled. But it's one of the things where I guess just recently they're not going to keep getting these complaints and saying no. It's funny that this type of this Me Too and this hashtag movement is in full speed, and this is just something that happened over the last 5 years. You know, and it's funny. I just think that, and it is a proven fact, the more women that I think that are more sexualized than men are, or flirt with men, but it's men that get in the men that gets caught. Not one woman has been hashtag, and if it has, it's been so far under the radar, it's been overlooked. But the reason why men are because, well, men, male hegemony is being right now tattered. And if you look like me, let's just face it, you behind enemy lines. Okay, we're in captivity. Okay, and that's how it is. So, but nevertheless, that with this Me Too movement, all right, I guess these companies, they're avoiding lawsuits and they get too many complaints. All right, just for them to not to do nothing. At least they can look into it. I've done several videos, but particularly about maybe people, so-called men of God or whatever, to get getting caught up doing this type of stuff. All right, so guys, keep your hands to yourself. Be respectful to these ladies. All right, not saying that you can't pursue a lady, but you know, man, I'm hearing like, or there was articles about alleged this guy was walking up to women or whatever, you know, groping women, you know, grabbing them right in the, you know, in the private spot and all that. All right, it's one of the things that behavior is not really acceptable. All right, and I don't know why they waited until, like I said, this guy's 54 years old. It seemed like these guys are in their 50s are getting caught. And I really think that a lot of these production companies or whatever, okay, the thing with R. Kelly, that they pretty much want to cut these guys, you know, cut these guys out of those contracts, okay, with those major entertainment companies, all right? Because they want to replace those guys with somebody else, or they have an LGBT um, agenda, okay? So that's it's deeper than that. It's about money as well. There's always a money angle. Always follow the money. But I'm glad that Cuba Gooding was able to come out with a resolution. I think what it was is he didn't show up for court, so that would have said right then that he would have been guilty. Okay, he would have admitted to guilt, and he just held out until I guess probably number one, he was able to do counseling of some sort to make it. Yeah, I guess it seemed like that he was doing some preventative measures and probably was able to do some type of confidential agreement. So, you know, but you never know what goes on behind closed doors. You really don't. All right. And it seems like some of these cases, it's consensual until it's not consensual. And then next thing you know, some of these cases, the man gets in trouble. All right. You know, so what about some of these females, especially if they were married? Well, let me know what you think about the video there. All right, Cuba Gooding is, I guess he's cleared now, no criminal record. And I hope he's able to, you know, to fly right. So if he's, you know, if he's doing this stuff, and it's a cautionary tale about, you know, treating the others the way that you want to be treated. And but for the most part, you know, that you're behind enemy lines. So let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for your time.